Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to do a floss tube today. It's floss tube 147. I'm Jennifer, so welcome to the channel. If you're new, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're returning, welcome back. I don't have a whole lot to share this week. Number one, just been, I guess, kind of, I don't want to say it's been an epiphany or what my deal is, but I have started to feel a little overwhelmed with, I have like, oh my gosh, 25 whips all in one. Ones that I've started and then I put aside and I had to pick. And then what makes it even worse, two of them are new starts. And so, yeah. So, one of the new starts is from my mother. And so that's the one I'm going to be focusing on. But we'll start with those. We'll start with that. So, the new start is called, it's a mini from Heaven and Earth Designs. It is called Happy Village, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth. And the artist is, now I got to try to pronounce the name, Irina Orlov. Okay, yeah, like I said, couldn't pronounce the name. I got this. I've been watching Needle Kim. She is another YouTube creator, Flosstube. She does her Flosstube videos, and this is one of the ones that she stitches on when she's recording. And I really, really like this one. It kind of reminds me of where my grandparents used to live. And they lived right on the river here in town. Not in town, but they lived right on the river that goes, we have a river here. They lived right on, in a village right there. And it's called Happy Village. And that's what it's going to look like. It's a mini, so I'm doing this on 18 count. And I'm doing 2/1. I'm using all CXC floss. I did put in the first stitches this morning while I was up all night. I have not been feeling well, and today I feel a little bit better, but there you go. That's the first 40 stitches. So, yeah, I started that this morning, and this is from my mother. So, hold on, I gotta save this. But yeah, that's from my mother. And she she has no clue. She doesn't watch my channel, so she won't notice. She won't even see it. Now, as I said, I was feeling overwhelmed. I don't know if it was because of all, I don't know what the deal was with that. So, after I finished this next one for the whatever week, whatever, or the stitches that I needed for one of my prompts, I put it aside. And this is the one yeah, I'll talk this morning. Told you, I don't feel good. It is Stained Glass Dragons, and it is from Pixels Junkie Studio. And there you go. And I'm doing this on 25 count, 2/1. It's all tent stitch. And I'm doing the black on this. And let's see. So far, I've done 14,588 stitches. and I'm at 11%. So I feel good about that. That's pretty decent. And don't know when I'm gonna finish it. But as I said, I'm doing all the black. This is where I'm at now. If you guys can see this. This is where I stopped. And then I have like a quarter page that I have to do over here on this side after I finish this page. So it's not going to be very big, which is fine. And yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Right now I'm just doing all the black. I don't know how I'm going to, you know, if I'm going to do all the black first through the whole thing, or just stitch the black across the top row and then fill in. I haven't got that far yet. Probably be, I don't know. We'll see. After I focus on this one for my mother, we'll see. All right, so this one, I'm scared to show you. This is for my daughter. And she told me she wasn't in any rush for me to complete this one. This is a new start also. And I probably bit off more than I can chew with this one. And, yeah. Like I said, I probably bit off more than I can chew with this one. This thing is massive. It is called, The Shire, and it's from, I got this off of Dark X Stitches Facebook page. It was a free chart, and I didn't realize how big it was. And so this, she looked at this last week and she was like, oh my gosh, Mom, because she's a Lord of the Fans fan. I mean, she loves Lord of the Rings. And so I was like, okay. And she said, I want this. Okay. Yeah. This thing is massive. It is 819 stitches by 819 stitches. Okay. Now, mind you, I didn't think anything of it. So when I went to order the fabric that I needed for it last week, I thought, this is crazy. Yeah, this thing is huge. This is what it's gonna look like. I started up here, and of course, yeah, all this is like 5, 6 different colors. But I just went ahead and started up, like, doing all the, you know, the leaves and so forth. And it's being stitched on 25 count. Now, when I say this is massive, I don't have a way to show you how big this is. So, yeah, this is this is what, it's all folded like 3 times. Yeah. So, this is where I left off. And if you guys can tell down here, I did start down here. I was going to start at the bottom left corner of this page. And then it was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot see what I'm stitching. Because this is like 385 5 or something. And oh my gosh, there's just, yeah. So, and of course, you know, this is the leaves, and then you've got all this that I got to fill in. That's like 5 or 6 different colors of cream and 712. And now this is how big it is. There's one end, and then here's the other end. So yeah, this thing is going to be huge. And I told her, I said, well, because I put it in markup. And when I showed her, you know, what it said when I was going to complete it, like 2030. Yeah. So I told her, I said, do you really want me to do this? And she was like, yes. I'm like, okay. So I told her, I said, it won't be completed in like 2 years. And she's like, that's okay. Okay. So, yeah, so she, yeah, I might finish this in my freaking lifetime. And I told her, I said, well, I can always teach you how to do this. And she just looked at me like I lost my brain. So, yeah, I don't know when we're going to work on this one again. Because, like I said, I need to focus on just one for now. And maybe eventually, you know, knowing me, it may change. I have no clue. It's just because I'm overwhelmed, and I started getting depressed, and I was like, you know what, this isn't gonna work. And honestly, I wasn't gonna record video of Flosstube because that's how overwhelmed and depressed I was about the whole thing. And so I called my mother, because my mother can usually, because she cross stitches now, because she doesn't quilt anymore. And I called my mother and I was like, Mom, what do I do? She says, you just pick one and work on it. Because she's a monogamous stitcher. She doesn't, you know, she doesn't go crazy. And I told her, I said, well, usually I'm not, it doesn't bother me. And she said, well, that's my only advice, is to pick one, work on it, finish it, and then, you know, go from there. And she said it could be because, you know, it's full coverage, and all the ones that I work on are full coverage. It could be that. She said if that doesn't work, then, you know, switch up and do something that's not full coverage. So I sat here all day yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I just need to pick one. So I picked the Mini Happy Village, and I said, yeah, that's, you know, we're just gonna work on that one. So, and I do have, those of you that do not watch my Stitch With Me's, I do want to show you how much I've gotten done on the YouTube piece, because if you don't watch my Stitch With Me's, my Stitch and Chats, yeah, this is my focus piece. This is The Old Bookshop Cats, and it is by Irina Garamashova Colton. Excuse me. And it's charted by Stitches. So beautiful. And I, let me see. I have to pull up my stats for this one. And I took my glasses off because my eyes are bothering me this morning. All right, so so far I have done 3,284 stitches on it, and it's at 2%. And right now I am excuse me. So sorry, guys. I did not mean to do that this morning. Yeah. Okay. I am... Hold on, everybody. Okay, so sorry. My daughter came out. She just woke up. I am right here on working on the kitty cat. I was down here on this page, but yeah, I decided to work on the kitty cat. And not only that, my daughter requested it. Now, don't let her tell you she didn't. She's looking at me funny. She's standing in the kitchen looking at me like, really? So there I am. this is, as you can see, this is the kitty cat, part of the cat. And, yeah, so I just decided to work on the kitty cat for now. So if you, haven't watched my stitch with me, this is my focus piece, and I stitch on this during videos. I only recorded one video this past week because I, like I said, was starting to feel overwhelmed. So, this week, my videos will be back to normal, so you guys can watch me, work on this one. And, I'm trying to think, is there anything else? So, I think that's really it. Life update, like I said, not really a whole lot to share there. I worked every day this week. I worked 6 days straight, and I think that was another reason why I woke up in the middle of the night last night not feeling good. My system just, I don't know. Excuse me, now I have hiccups. So, yeah, I just wasn't, it's been a thing. And, so this week was just been busy. I haven't done any reading. I did do, like I said, I mean, I did some stitching, as you could tell, but it has been kind of, lax because of that. And then, I just started feeling overwhelmed with stuff. So I just, yeah, I just picked. Other than that, so this week's plans, of course, is to work on Mini Happy Village, and then try to get some stitching prompts completed, because I have been so behind on that stuff, and just haven't really, I have just really been kind of slacking on that. So we are, so we are just going to kind of, focus on the one project, and of course my YouTube project. So those two will be, what I work on. And that's really all I have to share. I mean, everybody's fine. The kids are fine. They're just kind of shocked that I didn't go to work this morning. Of course, they sleep in until whenever, and sometimes, So I am going to hop off here and chill out and possibly go take another nap. So I will see you guys next time. I hope everybody has a great week, and until then, bye everybody.